Hello Sagittarius, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Adriana, and I'm going to be giving you a reading for the month of March. Now before I begin, I do want to say that this is a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, which can be your sun, your moon, or your ascendant sign. So it may not resonate with you personally, but if it doesn't, feel free to check out some other videos that I have posted. Or you can also check out my Etsy shop for a personal reading, as well as right now I have numerology readings on there, and I will be posting more services. And just so you know, I may shift the structure of this for next month, but I am planning to begin doing some other readings, at least monthly, possibly weekly, maybe daily if I end up feeling so called, but to do more of a general population reading for the energy of like the planet and what it is that we as a collective are supposed to be working through and learning each day, or month or week. But anyways, with that, I will get started. So for your tarot cards, which are what it is that you need to know for the month, we have Judgment first. And I will say that since I am a fellow Sagittarius, I did immediately get insight for myself. So I don't know how much of that is connected with everyone else. So I'm going to try to say what I'm seeing for myself and then see if I can get anything else beyond that. But for Judgment, I'm getting that this has to do with priorities, and that it has to do with having too many things on your plate, which is where I'm seeing that for myself. But beyond that, it could just mean to prioritize what matters to you because, so with me, for the one way that this can go is that you have too many things that you want to do and you need to prioritize down so that you focus on doing some to actually complete some things instead of just wanting to do a whole bunch and then not actually doing it. But this can also mean that you were doing things that you don't want to do and then you aren't doing things that you do want to do. So, prioritize what it is that you are doing and what it is that you're wanting to do. Make a list and number what is the most priority for you to do. And perhaps if you have different reasons for why you would prioritize different things, make a list for each of those reasons, give it a number, and then tally up the numbers and see which one has the highest number, and then rank it in that order and focus on the highest number first. That is going to help you so that if you get overwhelmed or you have other things come up in life, if you have to let things drop off, you make sure that it's not the highest priority that you let drop off. And then also, that making a schedule might help so that you make sure that you get the certain priority done by that specific time, the most important ones, and then just seeing if you still have energy to do the others. So then for the second card, we have the Fool, which has to do with new beginnings. And so I'm getting that this is, taking step in a new direction. And this can be a new direction with the priorities. So perhaps the one priorities that you've been focusing on takes you this way, and now you're going to have to veer this way, or you're going to find that middle path, but that path is going to be further towards this direction than this direction that it's been going. And then also this can be new opportunities, new results. I feel like there's a better word, but it's not coming to me than results. But new outcomes, new materializations that'll come from following the highest priorities that you want to do. By putting your energy there into the highest and most priority option, then you're going to have the most energy there, which means it's going to give you the highest results possible. And then 8 of Wands has to do with, it's very positive about this, about what it is that you are prioritizing the most is going to work out. It's going to work out because you are putting your attention on that and putting your energy towards that. So, yeah, aim your sights. Aim your sights at your highest priority. And if you have to let everything else go, do that so that you can make sure that you keep the momentum going on your highest priority action. And, okay, then... yeah, okay, I think this makes the most sense. So I am pulling for this month. I probably won't for the following months, but I pulled for career and money. And we have savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. All right, so obviously this means saving your money, watching what you spend. But I think that this also goes into if you are doing something specifically for work that you are getting some payment, but it isn't consistent and it isn't a lot, that it is important that you save that money, or at least the majority of that money, rather than spending it, so that you can see how that's going to work in the long run, how much funds you will have, and at least setting aside a specific nest egg. Yes, that's what it's called. A nest egg of money. And making sure that you have a foundation that you can fall back on if things do get difficult, so that you can keep pushing forward for your dream and those priorities that you have set. Don't let little setbacks or, like a month of not getting any income from it define your results. Don't give up just because of that. Give it some time. If you haven't been getting anything for a couple months, that still doesn't mean that it isn't going to pay out in the long run, because things are a long-term endeavor and you have to walk before you can run, as they say. So with that, I also pulled a romance and relationship card, and we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So for this, I'm getting that you need to be more open with others, especially, others that you just meet, so that they actually know who you are, so you don't waste your time with people if they don't agree with certain things about your innermost self, as it says. But also people that you have known for a while. There may be aspects of yourself that you hide, or you might think that they will judge you, and you've been scared to let them know because you're scared of what will happen with that relationship. And if it is really scary, you don't have to do this, because nothing that this says is set in stone. You don't have to listen to the messages, but you are being told that it is in your highest good to do that. And that could make a stronger relationship between you, or it can at least release the weight that you've been carrying around inside your body by holding on to this secret self that you are hiding from the world. And then what it is that you need to work on this month, we have communication. Good news from a distance. Communication about love or business. You are open to new opinions or ideas. A means of communication is reestablished with a friend or loved one. So I'm getting that as related to the love and relationships card. So you need to reform new communication with your relationships so that you are not carrying around these like secrets, like we said, but also being open and honest about what your priorities are and what it is that you are wanting to accomplish, and your goals. And if you are, saving money, so that means that you have to turn down a request from a friend to go out to eat, do that. Be open and honest that I'm saving money because I didn't make as much this month or something. And if you get pushback on that of, well, you should just do X, Y, and Z instead, to get money, push back on that if you have to. Push back about what your priorities and values are for your life and what it is that you are wanting to do with your life. And then for what it is that you need to let go of this month, we have wild, which I got instinct immediately when pulling this. So I think it has to do with following your instincts more than your logical mind. So releasing so much of that logical mind that is telling you, I need to do all of these things. I need to do it on this consistent basis. I need to do this because they say that that's how you market. I need to present myself in this certain way, and all these things that come from our logical mind where we overthink things, and we think about how others are going to see us, how others are going to react, and what it is that we want to get out of something. So we're being told more to follow our instincts, your intuition, to in certain situations. Because there is a distinction between instinct and intuition, but there's also some overlap. But more of like that gut feeling of what it is that you want to do and what feels the most natural to you to do things, because that is more in resonance and alignment with you and your energy than what your logical mind says you have to do things in that way. And then what it is that I pulled for, what it is that you need to learn this month, we have retreat. So the obvious reading for this would be to, retreat, be a bit of like a hermit, don't have these relationship outings. But since we have two of the cards related to that, that's not what's being presented here. What is being presented here, I think, is the retreating inside and retreating from doing so much work. Retreating from going in too many directions and not focusing down on what feels the best, what feels the most natural to you. And if you don't know what that is, to retreat, go inward, and don't ask other people for their opinions. Retreat with yourself to figure out what those priorities are, what does feel the most natural to you. And then lastly, for what it is that would be beneficial to change in your thinking patterns for March, we have eliminate unnecessary frustration. So, it says something about like disorganized drawer or something. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to spend your time, organizing your house and cleaning your house, because that might just pull you more away from the priorities that you're wanting to get done. But put that on your list of priorities, wherever that would fall for you. But I see that as being connected too with the priorities that you're trying to accomplish. Where is it that you are having frustration come up for those things that you're trying to do? And are there ways that you can eliminate that frustration? So, for example, I have been doing these tarot videos in different formats. I was recording on my phone, and then I was overlaying the screens, and that causes me some frustration. So I've just decided I am going to do them this way, where you can kind of see the cards, you can see me. It's a lot easier for me, I don't have to edit. And even though, my logical mind would say that I should have a close-up of the cards, but then my logical mind also says that people like to see your face. So then my logical mind says, well, you need to do both. But if it causes me frustration, it causes me resistance to want to make the videos. And it doesn't have as high of an energy with it that I'm putting out because I'm having that frustrated energy go into the video. So, find solutions like that where just because your logical mind says you should do it that way, if it's causing you frustration, find the way that feels the most natural and lightest for you. And then also, so set aside some time to fix a problem so you can enjoy more peace and ease. So yeah, if something is causing you daily frustration, like if you haven't had time because of your priorities to clean the dishes, but you do look at the dishes every day and feel frustration about it, then I think that it's saying that it's in your highest good to move the dishes up in your priorities, because seeing those dishes and having that frustration come up is going to affect the energy that you're putting out there when you're doing the other things. So, if something is causing you frustration, deal with it so that you can release that energy. And yes, the dishes aren't the best example, because the dishes are going to continue to pile up. But like they said, a disorganized drawer is something that you can get it done, and then it won't cause you any more frustration because it will be organized then. And especially if this is a drawer that you have to open in order to do the priorities that you're doing. So if, for example, you're working as like an accountant and you have to get a calculator out of the drawer, and every time you open the drawer you can't find the calculator, then that especially should be pushed up as a priority, because it's making it harder for you to complete your priorities, and it is a continuous frustration, and it is a frustration that you could deal with one time and eliminate. So, with that is the end of your reading for March, Sagittarius, and I hope to see you again in April, or sooner than that in one of my other videos. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful day, and please do consider liking and subscribing this video.